Hello, good morning. Today I am going to discuss a new repertory, that is analytical repertory of the symptoms of the mind. Analytical repertory of the symptoms of the mind by Dr. Constantine Hering. This analytical repertory is one of the best work of Dr. Hering. Publication of this book, exact publication of first edition is not available. Second edition is published in 1881, published by American Homeopathic Publishing Society, J.M. Stoddart and Company. Number of pages 361. Total number of medicine 679. This number according to Bees and Publishers, New Delhi, 2004. Main purpose of construction of this repertory is how this repertory was constructed: to collect all the important symptoms which are scattered in various books and journals, appeared through proving and cured through practice in one book. To collect all the important symptoms which are scattered in various books and journals, appeared through proving and cured through practice in one book. To enable the practitioner to find the curative remedy with rapidity even in apparently difficult cases. Gradation of medicine in this repertory. There are 4 types of gradation used in this repertory. Number 1, observed on healthy, observed often and repeatedly, applied successfully with the sick, applied very often and repeatedly. So first is single line, second is double line, and third is single thick line, and fourth is double thick line. So this is the 4 types of gradation used in this repertory. Construction of the book. The books divided into 3 parts. Number 1, introduction. Number 2, how to use this book, and number 3, the arrangement. So how to use this book is also has rule 1 and rule 2, and the arrangement, the 48 chapters, our nomenclature, abridgment of names, limitation, list of name and their abridgment, notes to the name of nosotes, remarks, abbreviation, marks and sign, conclusion, appendix, index to model cures, index to remedies, and index. In this way this book was constructed. So what is rule 1? Rule 1 explains each case has to examine according to Hahnemann's advice, Organon, paragraph 83. Let the patient or friends tell their own story without interrupting them. Write it down in separate symptoms. Complete it by questions and observation with regard to every function. Never ask a question which must be answered yes or no. Considering yourself a tyro if you do it. Inquire with regard to every single symptom about place, time, kind of sensation, modalities, and connections. If this is done, Hahnemann says the most important has been accomplished. Rule 2 explains symptoms have to be arranged according to their importance. Physiological rank according to the organs affected or the functions altered is more worthy. Etiological peculiarities have always a very high rank. In all chronic and lingering cases, the symptoms appearing last even though they may appear insignificant, are always the most important. Symptoms of which pathology cannot be related are more important, concomitant for confirming drug from another drug. So this is rule 1 and rule 2. Plan and construction. The repertory is arranged as in the fifth part of the second edition of the Antisoric by Hahnemann, published in 1839. Only very slight alteration is made to keep the consistency and uniformity throughout. Main rules followed in this repertory are: number 1, inner symptoms and function first, outer and organic changes afterward. Number 2, first increased functional activity, then altered and then decreased. Number 3, first the part, then the whole body. Number 4, first upper part, then lower part. And number 5, all modalities placed to the related functions. Chapters: Mind and sensorium, mind and disposition, sensorium, headache and affection of the inner head, external head, sight and eyes, hearing and ears, smell and nose, face, lower part of face, teeth and gum, taste, talk, tongue, inner mouth, palate and throat, desire for food and drink, before, during, after eating and drinking, gastric symptoms, epigastric region, hypochondriac regions, abdomen, rectum and anus, urinary organs, male functions and organs, female organs, pregnancy and parturition. Larynx, respiration, cough, inner chest and lung, heart and circulation, outer chest, neck and back, upper limb, lower limb, all the limb, rest, position, motion, nerve, sleep, time of the day, relation to warm, air and water, wind and weather, sensation, fever, changes according to time, relation to space changes, sensation classified, tissues, passive motion and touch, skin, stages of life, and relationship with other drugs. Merit of this repertory. Medicine comes after rubric in italic letter. Each chapter contains a list of medicine which is indicated or appears in this chapter with indicator. As per nomenclature of the repertory, it contains other chapters than mind. It covers maximum subjective symptoms. It used as a reference book or research work. Demerit of this repertory: it is not used for mathematical repertorization. It contains a smaller number of medicines. It is not useful in cases of pediatric or insane. So, in this way, we see today in this repertory construction, how to work, merit and demerit of this repertory. Thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe.